G'day mate, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included with me, GD. So, you may remember from last episode how I was trying to work on the natural tiles and everything exploded in my face and nothing worked correctly. Well, I went and installed a mod. It is... turn that on. And hopefully you work. There we go. Buildable natural tiles. It's a simple mod. It just lets you build all the different types of natural tiles that are available, including like maybe some that you can't. But yeah, it shows up under base right here at the bottom. Buildable natural tiles, and I can build tiles out of aluminium, iron, or any material I want. So, well, as long as I've got the material. So I just had the dupes just go build all dirt tiles all the way across, nice and simple. At the same time, we had to cool the whole area down because it was quite toasty in here. So I took our salt water, well, our pump that could, our pump that's been running for, where are we? Properties. 140? No, that's right, we had to move the pump. I don't know, 1,000 cycles. You go away. Our pump that was down here that's been pumping out this lake forever, and just had it start cycling the liquid all the way through here. Now, it did lead to quite a number of cracked pipes, which then dumped the liquid on the floor, which then caused all sorts of hassles, which honestly I didn't mind because it just cooled down the whole area. It's now 25 odd degrees. I do have a bunch of liquid down here that I still need to deal with. Bill the Great, you're a nutter. Okay, but what we're actually going to do is, rather than trying to pump out most of that liquid, we're just going to deconstruct those tiles, let the liquid pour back out, mop up whatever's left, and then that way I can actually get pips in here and actually get to work. We have laid in this lead pipe. Now this lead pipe is going to be our cooling pipe, because in here I want to put in sleetweed, lots and lots of sleetweed, and I want to automatically harvest it. I don't want to deal with the actual real harvesting of it. I just want it done automatically. Really? I put that power line in the wrong spot? Okay. So, we need to get rid of this power line to start with. The other thing I want to do is I want to double insulate the whole area. Now, it probably means that I need to remove the ladder and put the insulation on that side, along with possibly another row below, which might mean moving the conveyor rail down one more tile, along with the heavy wire down one more tile as well. I'm not sure. It's a decision we're going to make for later. Oh, also, I remember we're using the petroleum to heat up the whole area. Well, a lot of that petroleum ended up at the bottom. Some of it got pumped back out. Some of it ended up back at the bottom. The petroleum that goes up into my great sorting system goes into this tank, and literally all I'm doing is just deconstructing the tank when it fills up, having 5 tons of petroleum sitting on the floor. And once we've got 5 tons of petroleum sitting on the floor, dupes undoubtedly end up picking it up here and running it through here to make super coolant. Yeah. So, that's that job sort of started. It's going to take a while to drain. There's still some pipes to build. I know it looks like they got all the pipes done. It's going to take a while to drain. Can I speed that up by taking out those tiles as well? Oh, also there's a lot of crap on the floor. Like a lot of crap. And there's going to be even more after we go through and deconstruct all the pipes we don't need. So, that's one job done. Over here, I started building more natural tiles. And if we go to natural tiles, and I find dirt. It's really as easy as that. And then just have a duplicate come across here and build them. And away they go. So, what I actually want to do over here is I want to... Oh, and I didn't put in that deconstruct tool. I meant to. Yeah, Bojo's going to come deliver some dirt. And then builds natural tile. Boom, boom, boom. Nice and simple. So what I want to do, and has a little bit of a weirdness when they stand on the natural tile. Yeah, it's fine. Plastic ladder. there to there. To that should get us all the way through there. So what I want to do here is I want to put in auto sweepers, and we're going to make these out of gold. Scalding. It's probably not important. There and there. Yeah, okay. Shipping. We want a loader. I want a loader there and a loader there. There, and there. They made out of gold as well. Good. Yeah. We're going to set up some reed fiber. Now, I've been getting reed fiber from the Drecos for a very, very long time, but it's obviously not enough. What are you shipping out? You're shipping out... Oh, that's timber. And you're meant to be shipping out... meat. And obviously we have some sweep tasks to perform. From, I don't know, some previous construction job. Okay, so that. We want power. We want conductive wire. Lead should be good enough. Can I get that power line out of my way? Yeah. Actually, you know what? We could probably do one better. We're just gonna disconnect it there. That's full of magma. We'll get back to that problem later. Yeah, okay. Oh, all that's in the way. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in another power station down here. Heavy rod wire out of gold. Power wire out of lead. Oh, of course, that's one tile too high for you guys to reach. And I'll bring it in the floor. And then we'll go right the way through there. Right the way through there. And right the way through there. And then I'll just deconstruct all these ones in the middle. And build a whole bunch of scaffolding for silly tubes. You guys can reach 2 tiles out, 2 tiles there, 2, 4 there, there, and there. Okay, so the idea is in here we're going to plant reed fiber. Nothing but reed fiber, whole bunches of reed fiber. It is 33 tiles across. You can generally plant in every second tile, so we can plant 16 reed fiber per row. 16, 17, let's go with 18. So I want storage bins, probably 9. 1, 2, 3, yep. I want pneumatic doors to stop the critters running from row to row, and we're also going to want a pneumatic door is probably good enough for the moment, but eventually I might want a better quality door. Okay, so on top of that, I'm going to have to climate control this because reed fiber is good from 27 to 37 degrees. Now, at the moment, we're like 22, so we're like perfect temperature, but I have machinery in here. In fact, I have machinery which I need to hook up the conveyor rail on. We might as well get that done at the same time. There to there to there, and then you're going to want to ship out. That's a main hook in. we'll just go like that. Bridge over that and over that. Okay, let's speed up the game a little bit. Come on, guys, let's get some stuff done. So, yeah, I'm gonna have all this shipping machinery now. Auto sweepers create 2 killer DTUs of heat per second they're running. They're not running all that often, but they will create some sort of heat. Same with the conveyor loaders. They're going to provide some sort of heat. So because I have some sort of heat in here, I need to provide some sort of cooling. We want seeds. We want reed fiber. Thimble reed seed. That's the one. We want 19 of them. Priority 9, copy settings to all of those. I imagine I have probably about 5 bazillion seeds. Arbor acorns, humble buddy. Really? Thimbleweed, there we go, 256. So yeah, there's a little bit of seeds hanging around. And as you can see, we've got much duplicant ponder time. You'll have a lot of time where they're just standing around like these two, just thinking about what they're going to do next. I still can't run the game at game speed 3. Game speed 2 is about as... It's a compromise between speed and efficiency. Honestly, it's way more efficient just to run the game at game speed 1. But it's painfully slow and annoying. Okay, so dupes are going to get all that done. I need to... because we have heat in here, I need to run some sort of cooling. And for that, which... no, the sad thing is I'm going to run radiant pipe. Not that I need radiant pipe, but I have an abundance of refined metals. And not of normal metals. Or normal plumbing materials. Any sort of normal materials. Okay, we're going to go... in like this. We just want a couple of loops, 1 per row. And then we're gonna build another row of insulation. Then I want utilities, an aqua tuner. This means I'm going to want heavy watt wire. Power overlay. Honestly, I want it down here. Okay. Plumbing. Yeah, we're going to build it upside down for a change. Okay. Which means I need this finished. Do I? Of course we want all these ladders to be plastic. Actually, I do want them all to be plastic, because plastic's the one material I have plenty of. Okay, you out of my way so I can think. I want power. I want a steam turbine. I want you to go there. I then want a mafic rock in the outside. And then below it, we're going to have a steam chamber. I'm going to bring plumbing, insulated obsidian. Obsidian's like the worst choice ever. Actually, hopefully now I have... No. I still don't have ceramic. Even with our poop farm going legendarily well, I actually did add automation to all these things so they turn on and off. When the pressure gets high enough, they turn on, because some of them were starting to bottom out in pressure. Now they're all set to if above 500 grams, so we don't end up with vacuums. Yeah, they're providing something. It's not a vast amount. It turns out mobs were obviously nerfed, because they used to put out an unrealistic amount of polluted oxygen. Now, they just put out a little bit, which is a little bit unfortunate. On a side note, it turns out they heat the whole room to about 40 odd degrees and keep it there. It turns out the polluted oxygen they put out is fairly warm. So there you go, learn something. Or 35 degrees? 35 degrees probably looks more accurate. So yeah, these guys are working, but obviously not working fast enough. Oh, that's from that being... Okay, fixed. Mop. Probably 9. Mop that, and mop that. Hopefully somebody will get something done. Okay, so we want a steam turbine. I then want plumbing. I really want something that is actually worth insulating with. But it looks like my choice is slim, so we're going to go with obsidian again. I want to come down to there and put my liquid vent in there. Do you need to be that big? No, you really don't. Plumbing, liquid vent right there. Oh. So Tony on Advance did as I said earlier, he did a video on one of the bugs in Oxygen Not Included in deleting heat, and I'm just considering upgrading this so it is more efficient. And then I've realized it's probably just not worth it. We're just not gonna. We're not gonna make enough. This is not gonna be active enough for us to even bother with. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the radiant pipe through there. I'm gonna swap to insulated for that run, that run, that run. Yeah, and then we'll go back to radiant because I have radiant. Kick that out the top. I can plumb water straight into there. I can plumb water straight into there. I am gonna need automation there, and plumbing, liquid thermosensor right there. That's pretty much it. Now I am gonna need. I'm gonna need another power wire. So I need a heavy watt wire. We'll take that right across there. Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power heavy watt conductive joint plate in there. Power overlay. We're going to cancel that power. Going to run all that with a heavy watt wire. I'm going to bring that down to there, and then we'll put a bridge over there made of gold. And then the only other thing I'm going to tag on to this is down here we'll put a power. I want a large power transformer right there with lead power cable. Lead conductive wire from there to there. Remove buildings. We'll put a power. Heavy. Oh, you can't be built there. You gotta move over a tile. I could rotate it. But then it means I'm gonna have to go over my own wire. Sorry, it turns out my phone's not on silent, even though I thought it was. Okay, so, no, we're going to have to go and just slide it over one tile to put in power. Heavy watt conductive joint plate, one of them. There. Plug that in there. And then I want to square this off and have it like a sealed room. If I put the joint plate there, that means I can put a tile there, and it actually means I can run that power cable straight through. That's what we're going to do. Because that'll seal the room off. When I put a tile there, do I need a heavy watt joint plate there? No. I can cancel that as well. I can cancel that. I can cancel the transformer. I can then build the transformer exactly where I wanted it. Oh, but then I have a vacuum. Okay, no. Transformer has to go there. Heavy watt joint plate has to go there. Tile has to go there. Conductive wire there. Lead wire there. Ladder there and there. Ventilation. High pressure gas vent there. Gas pipe. Mini gas pump. Ventilation. Just snip those two for the second. Done. Alright, so we're going to get in and build all this. Then what I'm actually doing is I'm going to hook up a mini gas pump in here. And I'm basically going to turn this whole area into a vacuum. I'll seal this up, turn it into a vacuum. And it means that it doesn't matter if I have a heavy watt wire here connecting this heat source to anything else. Not that it's actually going to be hot at all, but, you know, I've related on the plumbing and I really don't want to fix it. No, do not connect into that. Do I want to reverse you? Nope. Okay, so that's the plan. Something like that. Build that. That's going to be our temperature modulation. We're then going to be able to use that to run through the radiant pipes we have in here to keep this at a reasonable temperature. Out of here. Nope. Next job I need to do is ladders out of just good old sandstone. And I need to cover the whole floor with ladders to stop the pips planting. And then bring the pips over and then slowly tile by tile by tile. Food, critter drop off, there, and there. Slowly tile by tile by tile, remove the tiles and have them actually, you know, plant. So yeah, that's going to be an arduous job that's going to take some time. But that's that setup. That's that setup. Next job is going to be this one, which is, again, mop. I need the floor cleaned up. Okay, so it now means deconstruct. I have these straight lead pipes going through, so they're the ones I want to keep. Every other bit of piping we have in here needs to basically go. Now, when it comes to natural tiles, if you have, in my case, like right here, something's been constructed previously, and then the natural tile has appeared on top. 2 idle dupes. Are you guys trying to kill yourselves? Yes. Yeah, 2 of them. Anybody? Stinson. Who's going to get materials. He's not even here to build things. I have no idea where he's coming back down. I'm waiting for somebody peed themselves alert. Stinson. Follow cam. Was that actually enough material? Oh, it was. Okay, there you go. You guys can get out now, right? Yeah, okay. So, So, if I have something that's already been constructed inside a natural tile, you can deconstruct it. That's not an issue. But if you build anything in the natural tile, we all remember from early game that when you build stuff in tiles, the tiles get dug up. So, you need to be very, very careful when you're playing with a natural tile. A natural tile farm to make sure that you don't accidentally break something. That needs to go away. That needs to go away. And that needs to go away, as does all of that. Yes. Okay. So up here, when you have double insulation, I need to do basically the exact same. I need to have a aqua tuner. It needs to have a roof on it. That thimble reed's going to get in the way, so we're going to have to move everything over by a tile. Power. I want a steam turbine. Out of lead is perfectly fine. Plumbing. Inside a tile. There to there. To plumbing. Liquid bridge. Right there. That's going to be a sidewall. I don't want the vitals tab. Radiant pipe. Through that mess. Inside a pipe. Down to there. Liquid vent. Copy. Everything. Paste there. Yeah, I decided I wanted one more tile. I just think it looks better with one more tile. That goes in there. Okay, so these are going to have to cool down to like 5 degrees Celsius to run slate weight. So they need to be really, really chilly. If we run a pipe in. Right. No. Connect on the left, connect on the right, connect on the left, connect on the right, connect on the left, right, left, right, left, right, loop back up. That should work. So I'm going to bring insulated pipe through the ground, and then I'm going to go straight across there with more lead pipe because I have lots of lead. So once we go down that pipe, we're going to come through there. Here, I'm actually going to go out to the wall and then back in, purely because I don't want to dig through the natural tiles. So we should be able to do this layer to layer to layer. That one goes through and out of there. Through and down to there. Oh. Okay. So it's actually going to come up on the right hand side. Okay, so we'll worry about that in a sec. So we're going to come from here down, and then I need to decide what I'm going to do about the bottom. Whether we're going to move this all down another set, one more tile, and put in another row of natural tiles, or what. What we are going to do is we're going to mop all of that again. So, that's what needs to be built here. As for up here, You'd have to come up here, which means... liquid bridge. Oh! Plumbing. Liquid bridge. So we go lead all the way through there, then swap out to insulation and just join there to there. You're going to need a liquid pipe thermosensor. You're going to need a bit of automation. We're going to need power. So you need to be hooked into the larger grid, technically. And you just need a straight power connection. So, what I could do, and what we will do, is we're going to run power straight to there. Then straight to a transformer down here, which we're going to run a large power transformer. And then our normal wire straight in there. And then I shall just appropriately decor bomb everything. So we're going to go with plastic tiles, deconstruct buildings, all of those, plus all of those. Technically I should put in granite, because it has a decor of 5, whereas plastic has a decor of... I don't know, it has a decor of 5. Oh, we're taking plastic. No brainer. And then deconstruct buildings. That can go. Come on, game. That needs to go there and disappear from there. And then sculptures, because we have the materials and it's over a very small area, we're going to make a bunch of statues out of lead, because why not? The metal statues actually have a higher decor than the normal statues. So we might as well take the advantage and make some pretty statues out of lead. Okay, so that's done, that's done, that's done. We can seal in this side. We just need it built, basically. And I do need the bottom tile in and this tile deconstructed. Because I need to put a little bit of petroleum in the bottom. Same with this one over here. I'll need the bottom tile in. Really? Priority 9. That tile and that tile. We'll actually priority it now to make you happy and let you out. Huff and Crisis, you're both stuck. I can't even deconstruct this tile and let you out that way. Because the ladder's not built. Yeah, good job, boys. Good job. Side note, all our ladders are done. So we can start bringing in Pip and a Pipsqueak, priority 9. And we're going to just dump them on the floor, deconstruct that one. And at least the Pips can get things started in here. They can start planning, because it's going to take forever. It's honestly going to take forever to get any of these projects done. That's done, that's done, that's done. That needs water hooked up, it needs petroleum hooked up, it needs half the build done. This needs, well, all the deconstruction done, all the building done, all the mopping done still. It needs this finished as well, it needs petroleum in here. That's something we might actually just do. There you go. So Genius Sculpture made out of lead is a decor of 35 with a radius of 8 tiles compared to a radius of compared to granite. Normal sculptures with a radius of 30. Well, a decor of 30 with a radius of 8 tiles. So it's a little bit higher in decor. Stinson, are you entirely stuck? You are. Really? Okay, we need to get access on top of this anyway. So I'll build that there. And so Stinson can get down. We're going to need that one done and that one done. Now don't forget, I can make these out of gold for a decor bonus of 50%. So you can actually take your 35, add 50%, which would be, what? 52 point something? Actually, that's just... Literally, I want to make just one of these out of gold. Iron. Does copper have a decor bonus? 20%. Okay. I want to see what one's like. Because like 40 odd decor in one tile with a radius of 8 is impressive. I've got all these moon rocks and everything up here. And can I see? Oh, decor of 54. 54, 90, so you can get some pretty high ones. But these are all space artifacts. Like, these are not exactly easy to get your hands on. And you have no control of what you get. That's the other thing. Like, 90, 78, 90. Actually, I take that back. Most of these are awesome. Okay, they're all awesome, actually. Yeah, they're actually really, really all very, very impressive. 78. Okay. They're all really, really impressive. And they're not even tier 3 items. We actually get a higher... We actually get better items still. In fact, I thought I put some... No, I haven't. Okay, maybe I haven't found any yet. Other news, rockets. Okay, you went there. You already went there. Did you not? You did. Oh, you found the first item, which was a nothing. Awesome. Launch again. Okay. 900 kilos, 900 kilos. Oh, I haven't done that pipe. Copy settings to all those. You're going to need a gantry to get across. Deconstruct. And deconstruct. And we're going to need a gantry here as well. Okay, yeah, I know food's rotting, we're dealing with it. Alright, so I need to put in yet another cart and wait for dupes to get on with stuff. In theory, we should end up with pips over here. Actually, I'll take pips off delivery to the meat shack. And at the same time, click that to open. So any extra eggs we get for just the moment can be released into the room. We can hopefully get the population up a little bit higher. Why? Oh, you can't reach that one tile. You suck. But yeah, I'm going to put in a cart. There is no way I think we're going to get this one up and running this episode. This is just, it's too big. This is just going to take a while between... well, especially if I decide to move this down one more tile. Right? This is going to take forever. But I am hoping to get this up and running this episode. So we're going to come back shortly. I will wait for the dupes to come finish this off. We will route in some water lines because that still has to be done. Yeah, power lines have to be done. Water lines have to be done. Automation has to be done. There's a few things that still have to be done, like power. Like the transformers to run the power. So yeah, I will see you guys after the cut. And we're back. We've got most of the construction done. You broke it already, dupes. And I'm just in the process of trying to get the last of the lock done. We're just going to turn you off for the moment. I need to mop this up. Because what I need to do is I need to get the oxygen out of this room. And I thought to myself, there's a couple of ways to do this. One is with a liquid lock. And build an elaborate liquid lock out here and then, you know, slowly fill up. Well, build a liquid lock out here, probably up higher. So the liquid flows up. Yeah, because the liquid can't flow up. The second thing I thought of is, you know what? I could just seal the room entirely. Make sure the only tiles we had in here were suitable. Come on, I need this gone, dupes. Make sure the only tiles I had up here were suitable for water. And then attempt to put a visco gel lock here. Except now I'm looking at what I've attempted to build and I'm like, no, you need to be a couple of tiles higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and seal off every tile. And then I'm going to try and pump water into this room and basically fill up a couple of tiles with water so I have water in the room. But first off I need to... How do I want to do this? I need to have that there so dupes can get in. Then that there. I think that'll work. It would work a lot better if that little bit of water went away. Okay, no entry. I have to deconstruct that one to mop up that little bit of water. Okay, so plumbing wise, I have one filter here taking out clean water if we ever find any. I have a second filter here taking out salt water. The salt water I want to bridge into there, which hopefully a duplicate can reach. Okay, priority 9. Yeah, I need that mopped. Scolding. Where are you scolding yourself? Oh. Okay, these have got up to 80 odd degrees. Yeah, there's about 0 active cooling in this area. There's technically some really hot salt water in the area. Problem is sometimes it's coming in at 40 degrees and sometimes it's coming in from up here at 95 degrees. You're technically a cooling pipe. But there's no good way to get that cooling from there to there. No, you're just going to have to deal with scolding yourselves for the moment. I don't know a good solution for this just at the moment. We'll come back to that. Okay, back to this problem. Okay, with tiles being built everywhere. That can go away. That can go away. And then I need plumbing, a liquid brick. No. That can go up to there. And then we can bridge it on in case we ever find any actual clean water, which I'm expecting we won't. And then plumbing, bottle emptier right there. There's method in my madness, I promise. I promise. I hope. I hope. Scalding, yeah, it's not going to get fixed. Okay, if we can build this, that would be awesome. So, I now have access to Visco Gel, which is a special type of liquid. We're going to do it now, so somebody goes and gets the Visco Gel and brings it down here. Visco Gel is a special liquid that stacks upwards. It stacks vertically. So if I can build 2 tiles of liquid here, I've created myself a liquid lock in 2 tiles. We'll sweep that. And then I can deconstruct that and that, which will still remain a vacuum. Then I can deconstruct these doors and these other tiles, which will still remain a vacuum. And then I have 2 options. I could just put a bottle emptier in here. Below 80 degrees, please. I do not want you running yet. And that loop be full. Deconstruct. Which means you're only going to work if you ever find clean water. Which, going by this pump, is going to be never. Okay. We're going to have to operate with... So, I have a liquid lock. With... What's that? 100 kilos and 100 kilos. If above 80 degrees, please. Okay. So then I want to deconstruct that tile and deconstruct that tile. Then I'm going to deconstruct the door, and the door. And as you can see, we've got a vacuum. We're going to still have a vacuum. Deconstruct those 3. Yeah, it's warm in there. Okay, I'm going to put a pitcher pump in there. I'm going to sweep out the rubbish. I'm going to deconstruct that one. Now, we are going to get soggy feet and sopping wet debuffs whether we'll walk through this. I frankly don't care. If I build that up a tile higher... we should be able to get ourselves in position. Priority 9, errands. You know what? I'm just going to go priority now. So we still have a vacuum. We have 100% vacuum in here. I just need to add water in this chamber. And then I should be good to go. It'd be nice if we delivered more than like 60k worth of water at a time. Like let's have a couple of 200 kilogram bottles, please. I don't have another way of getting another pitcher pump in here. 200 grams. Really? Like, there's 6 kilos there. There's 12 kilos there. You can't grab these ones and just empty these in? Okay, where is water? Mob. All along here is water. Okay, I have water right here. Actually, how far away from here is a main water line? You take water down to this chaos, which is slowly emptying, by the way. Deconstruct. all of that, all of that, all of that, and all of that. And deconstruct buildings, those, and those. Okay, now I know that there's a water line here. How hard is it to get that water line from there across to here? Difficult, but not impossible. Do I happen to have another water line I can access? You're a closed loop. You're a salt. I can just dump salt water in. We'll just have to live with there being salt in there forever. Oh, you were meant to be deconstructed a very long time ago. Yeah, I rearranged the base cooling loop and added more water. It's actually not really coping. It's trying its hardest, but it's slowly losing the battle. I think. What's this set to? 24 degrees. Yeah, it's slowly losing the battle. Well, that failed. Something broke the liquid lock. Oh! Yeah, they're not very stable. Technically, I still have a liquid lock right now. Just this one tile. Natural gas. So I'm willing to bet the Visco gel. No, 500 degrees. It definitely didn't get to 500 degrees in here. I can seal those tiles, that tile, that tile, that tile. Alright. Let's seal it back up. You can get deconstructed. So we're just going to reseal the area and fill in every single tile so there's nothing here but petroleum and what water we can fit in here. And then we're going to have to go for plan B, which is put one ladder there so that can get built. Get water from over here. Okay, you are full of polluted water. You're full of water. Oh, no, polluted water. Okay, we're just going to have to take off this main line. It's just going to mean a whole bunch of scaffolding, which then I have to rip up after the fact. So, plastic tiles all the way across. Liquid pipe all the way to there. We'll bridge that in there. We'll disconnect that. We will deconstruct all of them pipes. Which is going to make a mess, which we're going to have to mop up, which is annoying, but okay. So yeah, we're going to build in plastic tiles, which will reseal the area. Do I have any pips in here yet? No. So what I want to do is I want to turn you off. You are no longer allowed to have pips. And then capture all the pips in this room. All 8 of them. And we're going to dump them over here. Hopefully. We got a couple of baby pips in here that for whatever reason haven't been wrangled. So we'll wrangle them as well. You're a priority 9 drop off. Yeah, just finish the tile and then you can go out and have oxygen. So you already have water in you, so if I build one tile there, that'll force the natural gas out. Yeah, you guys can sweep up after the fact. Because I still need to build this tile, and this tile. Yeah, like I said, they've got a few construction jobs to do. JJ deliver, JJ build. Why is it so hot? Why do you keep complaining it's hot? It's only 40 degrees. That's not actually hot. We can build those 2 tiles next. And technically I have 50 kilos worth of water in each tile. So I could pump in like a few 100 kilos without an issue before even worrying about over-pressurizing this room. Okay, deconstruct. Those 2 go away. So this is the problem. They can build 2 tiles, and then they have to go get more materials, and they can... Well, they can't even schedule up to build the next couple of tiles because they can't access them. This is why it just takes so long to build these scaffolding attempts. Is it quicker to go down and then back up? No. Alright, we're going to build in those 2 tiles, and we're going to build one here. And that's just going to force the gas to basically disappear. It's going to get crushed. Those 2 can go. That can go, possibly? No, I don't know. Alright, so we're going to build this from both ends. We'll get this done. That'll give us water. Okay, that's now done. Alright, now that's done, we can deconstruct the whole lot. Do I have more visco gel? No, we're just going to plow our way in. We're going to plow our way in. We should be fine. It should have held, but didn't for some reason. And unless you're watching it, you're not sure why. Actually, one other thing we can do is we can now hook those 2 up. So in this area here, it's basically a nothing area. And I'm just going to put in... Oh, turn on this pump. It's going to suck this to a vacuum. Once it's sucked to a vacuum, any average temperature out here can't transfer in through these heavy watt conductive joint plates into this area, into this steam room. Because the steam room could potentially get hot. Like, I could have it be fairly high. Realistically, it's going to be about 20 odd degrees. You wrangle. Do we have more wild pips out? Like, you literally have to take them just straight into this room. Thimbleweed growing. Deconstruct. And then we become then we continue with the slow, arduous task of deconstructing ladders one at a time. Okay, so that's all done. We're going to do a sweep, priority 9, all that crap. Once it's swept out, I'm going to build this 1 tile in here. Oh, 2 tiles in here, and we're just going to seal it off. And then I can seal off this room as well, mop up our visco gel because we're going to want it for later. 240, 160, we're done. Seal that in. Water's slowly getting there. If you can get that one done, that's technically sealed. You might not look it, but it's technically sealed. Yeah, lots of waiting for pips. We're dropping off eggs, or no, one probably laid an egg. Where'd the other pips go? They tend to run around that corner. One hasn't gotten to storage, thank goodness. It's annoying when they get into storage. No. I lost 6 pips. Okay, so you're done. We're going to build that in now. We're going to mop that and that. We're going to deconstruct that tile, that tile, that tile. If I leave that tile there, you guys can use it to get up. Water's still a few pipes away. And then the excess I'm just going to drop on the ground, and the dupes will just have to mop it up again. because that's definitely their favourite pastime. Mopping. Please keep the plastic out of the build. You're the slowest builder ever. Absolutely. Oh, somebody's going to pick it up. Even better. Okay, I can remove that one tile. I can remove those 2 tiles. Everything else is going to have to wait until I can actually remove the plumbing. So, what do we got? 2 tiles. 2 tiles. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like they're done. So we just need to do another sweep. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that has to be the floor, which then means insulation goes in below that. 1, 2, 3, like that. All right. Well, at least I'm building the heavy wire where we can reach it for a change. Wire bridge out of gold, right there. Yeah, it got a little bit excessive going bridge. So we'll just move it permanently over there. Plumbing, that's all done. You can go. Power wires. That can go. That can go. Shipping rail is also going to have to come down. 2 more tiles. And then get tied in there. So you become natural tile, you become insulation and insulation. Okay, maybe I moved it too far, but that's fine. I'm going to put in another row of insulation, because that's my favourite pastime. Once this is done, we can change those over. Has water started getting in here yet? Yes. We've got a few 100 kilos. Deconstruct 9. There you go. Somebody's come to do it. And deconstruct 9. Can I pour this water over here gracefully? Somehow? If I can get it to there, I should be able to gracefully dump it down here where a pump will deal with it. Nope. If I deconstruct that tile as well, then a pump will deal with it. Okay, so you're up and running. We're going to set you... How cold do pips like it? 10 to 20. And we're aiming for 22. So we're going to go with 25. Which will bring it down 10 degrees. Hang on. 37. What's your minimum temperature? So your minimum temperature is 22. So 22 plus 14 is 36. So if it gets above 36 degrees, which it's probably not going to for quite some time, we shall add a little bit of cooling. So we're going to get rid of those so the pips can then plant the next tile. We've deconstructed everything in our way. Hopefully the liquid will just know which way to flow. Although liquid in Oni is pretty stupid most of the time. Nope, it knows which way to flow. So it's just going to flow and fall, hopefully, straight down here. Done. Perfect. Okay, so let's solve that problem. You can go away. You can go away. We can mop up more mess. So we have 1, 2, 3 thimble reeds, then we're going to have 3 tiles of nothing, and then 3 tiles of thimble reeds, and rinse and repeat all the way across. Thimble reeds have a life cycle of 8 cycles. If I put 160 kilograms worth of polluted water into them each cycle, then they'd have a life cycle, oh well, they'd have a growth cycle of 2 cycles. So they're much, much faster. But that's a lot of polluted water. Not that I don't have lots of polluted water, but I'm frugal, okay? I'm not stingy, I'm frugal. That's the difference. Capture critters, priority 9. All of them, please. Shove them in the room. That can be deconstructed. That can be deconstructed. Harvest plants can be turned off in this room. They'll just naturally grow and harvest themselves, and you're done. You're done. I just need to slowly pay attention and have them go across. After they've made it across a few tiles, I can then start the next row and the next row, but it's gonna be a while. As for this one over here, so power line's done. We deconstruct that. Conveyor line is also done. So again, we deconstruct that. Igneous rock, and igneous rock. It's not even worth the hassle of trying to convince you guys to go out. Power. That goes in there. Deconstruct buildings. That, well, actually, no, I need to deconstruct it first so we can get down a row so we can build this. So, yeah, okay, never mind. We're gonna deconstruct this whole row. Power line's done. So that means that can be disconnected. That can be disconnected. I can deconstruct that whole row. Conveyor rail. We can deconstruct that whole row. And now it's just wait for the dupes to get it done. So that's where we're going to leave this episode. We have this one slowly converting across. It's going to take 10, 20 cycles, however long it takes. It's going to take a little while to get this set up and running. That should fix our reed fiber problem. We're literally going to all copy like that. And then, 1, the auto sweepers can clean up the sandstone behind us. 2, when the reed fiber naturally grows and falls to the ground, same story. It's just going to get picked up. It's going to be shipped out. It's going to go on the great conveyor rail. Oh, maybe not critter eggs. Maybe that was a small oversight. I just shipped a pip egg into central storage. That's not going to come back and haunt me at all. Okay, so, like I said, yeah, this is going to take a couple of cycles to get set up. Idle 2. Oh, you know what? Remove the ladder. Problem solved. This is still going to take a couple of cycles to get done. Well, actually, I'll probably end up actually starting to grow this from the top. So this is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. So that's natural tiles there, which means that plumbing line comes across there. And granite. I haven't even put petroleum in this one yet. Nope, not super coolant. petroleum. Probably not. So yeah, this needs petroleum, this needs water. Water for this one should be a hell of a lot easier. I am going to dump salt water into this loop. Just like I did with the other one, because it works, it's close, it's convenient. I will need water in here. I'll also need to make this a vacuum. Hopefully I can do something ingenious with a visco gel lock. I've got a bit more room on the left hand side, so maybe I can start over here and work my way backward. So yeah, that's going to be done. Giant pipe has to be done. Deconstruct has to be done. Natural tiles have to be done. This auto sweeper setup has to be done all the way along. And then power's going to be hooked up. There's a lot of things to do. This will probably be a project I will still be finishing off. Working on next episode. On top of all that, I did start to set up our next couple of rockets. And they're actually limited by the amount of insulation we don't have. Why are the doors open? Okay. We'll just launch these guys off. So, you have fullerene. Awesome. You have no idea. Can I just click you and say launch? You're going there. Go. You have fullerene and you don't know. Coalblitz is going to go here. To find out what these are. Which is going to be a no idea and a fullerene. This one has sleetweed grain. We could grab more sleetweed grain. No, we're just going to launch there. Oh, and a side note, the big pile of carbon dioxide I had. Because, well, there's carbon dioxide right there. We're bringing back carbon dioxide from... What the hell? Oh, that's liquid carbon dioxide. We're bringing back carbon dioxide from one of the planets. I end up throwing it down here and putting some supercoolant with it. And I've just done enough just to keep this area somewhat pressurized, which is enough to have the carbon dioxide that's like at negative 60 degrees do some sort of thermal transfer. And I'm actually using it to cool down the supercoolant in the pipes. Because I can. Because we did have like 4 tons of the stuff. But yeah, as you can see, the game is still struggling. It's still struggling. It's still struggling well. So that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, as always. As for this series itself, I'm going to continue up till Christmas. But I don't think this series is going to make it into the new year. I have some interesting ideas, which we're going to continue with in a new series in 2020. Wow, it's the first time I said that out loud. 2020 is like years and years in the future, right? Yeah, no, it's like a couple of weeks away. Less than. Alright, that's it. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Bye.